Niger flavor.
Make welcome Dr. G.S. Akinyemi.
My name is Dr. G.S. Akinyemi. I'm a women's health physician. What I do physically is to take care of women, family. Clinically, what I do is to take care of women, ladies, young girls, help them with their menstrual health, help them with their feminine anatomy, how their body works and things like that. I'm popularly known as the Key of Lagos. On Instagram, popularly known as Doki Lagos. On Twitter, Doki of Lagos. And I'm so happy that the organizers of this program are having something like this. But I expected this all to be filled up. And I'm pushing them or trying to tell them to do more. This place should be filled up. We have more girls in the society to help that need help. We have a lot of them, particularly in areas like this, in Omepa and Vancouver. This place should be filled up. Because the information you are getting today are very, very vital. And I've not seen more gadgets, recording information, getting content that will be shared on social media so that you can reach out to other ladies, other girls out there. Because I'm very sure you all have a Facebook account, right? Where you can share information like this and reach out to other ladies and other young girls. Then I'm so happy that you guys are here. Do you know you're going to be a doctor tomorrow? Do you know you're going to be a lawyer tomorrow? Do you know that? Are you sure of that? Do you know you're going to be a banker tomorrow? You're going to be a governor tomorrow? Do you know one day Nigeria will have a female president? Do you know that? And you are part of the candidate that will contest for Nigeria's presidency. Do you know that? I think it's high time we start teaching our girls on value system, on values, on their mental health, their mental. How do you think of yourself? How do you carry yourself? What do you know of yourself? How do you see yourself? What do you see yourself becoming? What do you think of yourself? What do you think you are? Or who are you? I don't really know where to pick it up from. I think I need those questions, Madam Abosede. Oluwa, is it Oluwa Abosede? Okay, Madam Bose. I also pick a little from Mrs. Bose, and also look at these questions. Then I'll kick off. Mr. Toby was telling you more about don't allow, what was he telling you? Domestic violence. And that's more reason why I'm talking about mental health. You need to understand that there's what called mental health. What I call it? Your health mentally. Your mind is not here, this is your heart. Your mental is your brain. Is your what? eyes, right? What about the brain, right? The nervous system, right? The central nervous system. Your brain houses your mind. How you think of yourself is very important. And I think it's high time to start letting you know and you tell others. Know yourself. Don't allow any guy, small, big, any man. In fact, I expected this to be more of a panel, one-time panel program, whereby you learn from argumentative conversations. Don't allow any uncle to deceive you. Know your rights as a young girl. Know your right as a future doctor. You are a future lawyer. So that uncle that is trying to talk to you, report him immediately to your mom or to your dad. In fact, I have seen father molesting the child. I have seen cousins molesting them. Cousin, uncle, or brother molesting the child. Don't allow anybody to intimidate you. The Bible says he has not given us the spirit of God. No fear. No fear. He hasn't given us the spirit of fear. Don't allow the other auntie that sat down here said something. Learn to say no. What I say? Learn to say no. Don't allow anybody to push you to say yes. Learn to say no. And when you say no, let your no be what? No. I don't want to be in this. No. So that's it. Now, on the question, I'll pick it up on the first one. What will I do when my cloak is not rushed? And at night I don't have say, I don't wear pad. Okay? I can only see full blood anytime I'm late. Can I get a menstrual cup and finish off? Okay, the first question. Know this as a young girl. I'm sure you guys are between 8, 10 to 18. Am I right? Yeah, 10, 18, 10, 12, 11, like that. Anytime, first of all, understand that this is the time of puberty. What do I call it? Puberty. Today you are here to know how your body works as a young girl. And more than just a girl. You're not just a girl. You're a future president of this country. You're a future governor. You're a future policy maker. You're not just a girl. No. You are not just a girl. Either you are rich, you are poor, you are not just a girl. Have that mindset. You're not just a girl. Know that. Now on this question, you see, there are various reasons why your flow may be having issues. Basically, we call it irregular periods. What do I call it? Yeah, or irregular menses. There are lots of reasons why you can have irregular menses. A lot of people think, like Madam Moses said, that when you have infections, yes, infection is one of the major culprits for irregular periods. Infection. This infection grows into what we call PID, pelvic inflammatory disease. And these infections can make you have irregular periods. PID leads to a lot of time endometriosis. Endometriosis means we have 3 layers of your uterus, your womb. Every girl here, I want to ask, because we have cases whereby some girls have issues of anatomical problems, but I'm sure they are not here. So, do you have wombs? Do you have a womb? Do you have a womb? You don't know? You don't have a womb? I want you to be sure. I want you to be sure of what you have as a girl. Do you have womb? Are you sure? Auntie, do you have womb? Are you sure? You all have womb. And in biological terms or in medical terms or scientific terms, we call it uterus. What do I call it? Uterus. You see this uterus? There is an inner layer of the uterus. It's called the endometrial layer. You see this endometrial layer? When it is excessively sheared in, whereby it just peeling off excessively, you ask questions today. See how your body works. Huh? You have 14 days ovulation, menstruation. That makes 28 days. And I will advise you to know this thing today or know this thing now. Know when you are ovulating. Know when you are menstruating. Know when your menses should come. Know when to see it. It's not about using applications on your phone or apps on Play Store. Know this thing manually, how your body works. Your uterus have 2 ovaries. What do I call it? These ovaries, they bring out eggs. What do I call it? They bring out eggs, also called ovules. You see these eggs? The release of this egg from either of the ovaries, the release of these eggs from either of these ovaries is called ovulation. It's called what? It's called what? When the egg comes out from the ovary, it moves through the fallopian tube. It moves where? Also called oviduct. When it does not see anything to fertilize it, because most times fertilization takes place at that fallopian tube, then comes down for implantation. So most times when this egg has nothing, no business with anybody, it comes down, you start feeling that cramps. That is not menstrual. That's not menstrual cramps. It's called ovulation cramps. Some of you you have this sharp pain even when you're not menstruating. True or false? True or false? Good. It's called ovulation cramps. You know you have 2 ovaries. You have how many ovaries? Left, right. So if the egg is coming from this part, you feel the pain here. If it's coming from this part, you feel the pain here. Inside, right? Your right hand side, that's where your ovaries are crying. So now, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Once that egg comes out and comes out to the center of the womb and has nothing to work on, it goes to the center of the uterus and form what we call corpus luteum. What? Yes. The progesterone and hormone. You know what hormones are, right? What your body produces, right? Biochemically. From your endocrine glands, right? You know about those. Am I speaking too much grammar? Too much grammar. Okay. I'll be mixing Yoruba with it. Iṣu tí ara ń sun jáde là ń pè ní ògbóhùn. is so your body, brings this little amount of liquid from your endocrine gland, ductless gland. Is so. You have question? Yes. 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 Center of the womb. Yes. And act. You keep getting cramps. Yes. No, it doesn't move anywhere. It stays there. Yes. It stays there and forms and produces this hormone called progesterone. Let us say progesterone. So you see your flow. The body produces progesterone to share, to a little bit share the walls of that endometrial layer. That is what you see and you call menstruation. In this comes the first day becomes drop. A lot of times that's drop. Probably second day it should flow. Tell your neighbor it should flow. Tell your neighbor it should flow. Yes. The second day it should flow. The first day can be drop. But sometimes all this we are talking about depends on all this you are taking, your diet and your lifestyle at that period of time. If you notice, if during that period of time you are taking cold drinks, cold pure water, cold, it will not flow. It will be scanty. It will be what? It will be scanty. It's not going to flow. So there are different factors that affect your menstrual cycle. That's my point. Apart from infection leading to endometriosis, leading to PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, whereby your ovaries will start having problems. You understand? Or I've seen a young girl at the age of 16 having tuber blockage that I had to perform what we call HSG on. You understand what I'm saying? So you get what I'm saying? So there are things like this. So infection. Also, we started noticing that young girls, even at the age of 15, 16, have started experiencing hormonal problems. What do I call it? Yeah, hormonal problems. Their body hormones are not balanced. Some doctors call it, or some people call it hormonal imbalance. What do I call it? Yeah, your hormonal profile is not balanced. It's not balanced. So that's that. There are various causes of irregular menses. So the reason why you're not seeing your menses is not just because you have a picture. It might be because of what you ate last night. It might be because of late night foods. It might be because you've been taking cold drinks. It might be because you are sitting, the toilet is dirty. And you sit on it, or your potty is dirty. Hygiene is number one. Hygiene is what? Hygiene is number one. Cleanliness is next to what? Godliness. How can you say you are holy when you are not clean? That is the meaning. How can you say you know Jesus Christ when you are not clean? Cleanliness is next to godliness. How can you say Christ is in you and you are a dirty girl? How can you say Christ is in you and you are smelling like fish? Smelling, you are bringing out offensive odors. And you say Christ is in you. I'm sorry. Christ is not in you. Have you ever heard about cervical cancer before? Huh? Okay. Today I will explain a little to you about cancer. You see, cancer. Cancer is an unusual growth. What I call it? That starts from tumor. That starts from what? And spread all over the body. Cancer contains carcinogens. What are carcinogens? Cancer-causing chemicals. You see, something you need to know now, and the reason why you need to know this thing now is because after today, tomorrow is Sunday, Monday you rush down to the health center and get something I want to tell you today, so that you will not have cervical cancer. You see, this is the church of God. You are liable to have cervical cancer. Every girl, woman, once you have womb, you have cervix, you are the risk of having cervical cancer. What did I say? Yes, you are the risk of having cervical cancer. Cervical cancer has killed, is a major cause of death. 40% major cause of death of women in Africa is cervical cancer. You will not know that they are suffering from cancer. You will not know. It has no physical symptom that you can hold on to. People will ask me, doctor, what is the cause of cancer? Cancer has no specific cause. There are no major causes of cancer. There's nothing really medically proven that we can say that is causing this cancer. But there are risk factors. There are what? There are what? We have risk factors. There are risk factors. Cervical cancer is basically caused by human papilloma virus. What I call it? And this human papilloma virus is sexually contracted. It's sexually what? That is why you need to take care of yourself as a girl. Don't allow any uncle to deceive you. Because most of these uncles, they carry gonorrhea, they carry staphylococcus aureus, they carry, human papilloma virus, genital warts, herpes. They carry lots of these viral infections that can destroy your life, that can destroy your career of being a medical doctor, of being a lawyer, of being a pilot, of being a politician. How many of you want to be a politician? You don't want to be a politician. So how will you become a president? How will you become a governor? So understand that this cervical cancer is basically caused. And I'm talking to women here. Women go and get tested for pap smear. Ladies are dying of cervical cancer. It's so pathetic that this cervical cancer is growing in Africa, in Nigeria, in states, particularly states Bayelsa, Lagos, Port Harcourt, because we can find more of this sexually transmitted virus in those areas. Human papilloma virus. So not today about cervical cancer. Cancer of the cervix. Cancer of what? The cervix. So I will entertain questions. And one of the ways to prevent, you can prevent this cancer. That's where I'm actually going before I drop the mic. You can prevent this cancer. How can you prevent it? Number one, be hygienic. Cleanliness, be clean. Number two, go to your doctor. Go to any hospital. Go to health center and tell them you want to get HPV vaccine. What I say? Not HPV. It's HPV vaccine. These vaccines are just there lying and HPV vaccine. You see, so you can go now, you will know the name of the vaccine. Once you get the full dose of this vaccination, you are free from cervical cancer. You're entirely free. And I encourage women that are older to to go for regular pap smear. Pap smear is the name of a procedure, a test to know if you are positive or negative for this cervical cancer. So I will stop here. Any question? I'm stopping here. Question? I've answered the question. That is the test you go for. Pap smear. Pap smear. You said?
When you go to a test and you requested for this pap test,
Yes.
to allow you, right?
Yes.
Good. Now, will they give you treatment free or you feel
Understand that Nigeria has a healthcare system that is sweet for you, that is good for you. The problem of the public is accessibility. You don't access or enjoy this service well. You, as a young girl, can walk into a clinic, a government clinic or hospital, and tell them you want to see a doctor. You maintain the queue, and then you get to see a doctor, and you lay your complaint. Doctor, I think, I read about this, I heard about this. What will you advise me as a young girl? Should I get tested or get vaccinated? So if you have done the pap smear test and you are positive for they will transfer you immediately to see an oncologist. What I call it? An oncologist. Yes. You see an oncologist. I also practice oncology. Oncology is the study of cancer. So there are specialists. There are cancer doctors. There are specialists in that area. They know what to do. They will commence treatment for you. I will not, from radio to cable and other interventions that can be done to make sure you are back to. But the more reason why you need to be vaccinated. The reality is women die more from cervical cancer.
So at what age can a woman be vaccinated?
Now, the vaccinations are in 3 stages. We have, according to WHO, we have like from 12 to 18 and all that. I think the one that fits you is that 12 to 18 and 21 to 21 and above. So just wait there. When you get there, they'll ask you, how old are you? Then they'll put you on the type of vaccination you get in line with HPV as regards preventing cervical cancer. It's for cervical cancer alone. Yes. Today I'm not talking about breast cancer. It's another topic entirely. But just know that take care of your bra. Make sure your bra, you don't wear bra at night when you're going to bed. Make sure you avoid black bras. Just try and stay healthy. Don't stay in the sun too much. Avoid excessive radiations. Stay in good environments. Do exercise as a young girl. Play football, play basketball. Engage in sporting activities for your own fitness and wellness. Question? Any more question? It's a wrap. Thank you so much for having me. Over here, on top of take medications without prescriptions, go and see a doctor. The doctor will do a test to know the level of the infection. They give you treatment that will help you, that will clear the infection. Can a lady have sex during menstrual period and can it lead to pregnancy? Sexual education is very, very important for children. And I want to say this as it's coming. The government or agencies should please make laws, policies that will favor young girls as regards having sanitary pads every month. It's not easy to menstruate every month. Thinking of where to get money to buy. So agencies, organizations, NGOs should please first, work into lawmakers, make sure that young girls have free sanitary pads every month. Work with school policies and like that. You see this question that I want to answer. I'm sure you know if you have sex during your ovulation, you can get pregnant. Do you know that? Do you know that? Yes. And sex, you know what sex is? Sex is when you sexually meet with a man, a guy, a boy. That is what sex is. They are laughing, you see them. That is what sex is. Yes. Now, that's what we call sexual intercourse. Now, listen. There are cases where people get pregnant because they think they are menstruating, because they see blood stain. So they don't understand their menstrual cycle. They will tell you, oh, I'm menstruating and I conceive. Ow! There are cases like that. Many cases like that. But no, we call it abnormal medical record for you to conceive when you are, for you to conceive when you meet sexually when you are menstruating. And I do not advise any young girl to try such when you are menstruating. It's totally not hygienic. And a lot of our cultures, we are Africans, and it does not support it. And learn to dispose your menstrual pads properly. Learn to do what? What causes discharge in a lady's pants, and what is the cure? Now, there's what we call ovulation discharge. This discharge is whitish. Is what? Yeah, it comes that period you are ovulating. Run from boys. That time you are ovulating, run from there. Run away. Run away. So you see that whitish discharge, it stains your pants. You are ovulating. Now, once you smell that you have any other discharge, that is very common among young girls like you, whitish, yellowish discharge, then you know, and it smells like a foul smell, then you know you have infection. You have what? It's mainly called yeast infection, also called thrush. It's caused by a fungi called Candida albicans. So that's the name of the fungi that causes. It's mainly you get it through toilets and all that. And don't insert anything into your vagina. Please don't insert. Anytime you try to insert, somebody telling you this, it can lead to that fungal infection if you are not a virgin. You understand? So it can lead to that fungal infection because you are destroying the normal microflora, the normal lactose environment in that place. The normal pH will be disturbed. And in that process, infection will set in. And the number one infection that sets in is this whitish, yellowish infection. So the cure, go and see a doctor, or go to a lab, or go and see an healthcare worker. He or she will send you for a test, HbA1c. You will take a little of the discharge and culture it, and be sure that it's that particular fungi that is there, and see how heavy or scanty it is. They now prescribe medication. In some cases, you get injected so that you can be freely treated for it. Thank you. Thank you so much.